Step back in time to an ancient marvel that defies explanation. What if I told you this ancient city thriving over 4,500 years ago had a sewage system, a precise grid layout, and advanced architecture that would put many modern cities to shame? Get ready to explore the remarkably preserved secrets of its urban planning and see for yourself the genius of the Indus Valley Civilization. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're not just looking at ruins. We're decoding the blueprint of an ancient metropolis. Mohenjo-Daro, which means Mound of the Dead, is one of the most enigmatic archaeological sites in the world. But far from being a somber relic, it's a testament to a vibrant, highly organized society. So, how did they engineer a city so far ahead of its time? Let's dig in. The first thing that strikes you about Mohenjo-Daro is its order. This was no chaotic, organically grown settlement. The city was meticulously planned, laid out on a strict grid system, with main streets running north, south, and east. This wasn't just for aesthetics. It was incredibly practical. This layout would have taken advantage of the prevailing winds, providing natural ventilation to the city's homes and public buildings, a kind of ancient air conditioning system. Think about that. Even before the Roman legions marched, a civilization in what is now Pakistan had mastered urban airflow. The city is broadly divided into two main parts, the citadel and the lower town. The citadel, built on a raised platform of mud, likely served as the administrative and religious center. This elevated position wasn't just for show. It provided protection from the annual floods of the Indus River, a constant threat in the region. Here we find some of the most iconic structures, including the famous Great Bath. Now, let's talk about the Great Bath. This isn't just a big pool. It's a marvel of waterproofing technology. The floor and walls were made of finely fitted bricks laid in gypsum plaster with a thick layer of natural bitumen or tar to prevent any leakage. It was fed by a well located in an adjacent room and had a sophisticated drainage system. Was it for ritual purification? A public swimming pool? We don't know for sure, but its sheer engineering brilliance is undeniable. It demonstrates a mastery of hydraulic engineering that was unparalleled for its time. Alongside the Great Bath stood the granary, a massive structure with a solid brick foundation and strategic air ducts. These ducts allowed air to circulate underneath the stored grain, keeping it dry and preventing it from spoiling. This wasn't just a food storage facility. It was the city's economic backbone, a buffer against famine, and a symbol of centralized authority and careful long-term planning. The ability to store and manage vast quantities of food was crucial for supporting a large urban population. Now let's descend into the lower town, where the majority of Mohenjo-Daro's citizens lived. This is where the genius of their urban planning truly shines for the everyday person. The residential areas were also built on the grid plan. Houses were constructed with standardized baked bricks, a huge leap forward from the sun-dried mud bricks used elsewhere. These baked bricks were incredibly durable, which is a major reason why so much of the city has survived for millennia. The standardization is key here. The bricks were made in consistent size ratios of 1 to 2 to 4. This uniformity made construction faster, stronger, and more efficient. It suggests a powerful central authority that could regulate production standards across the entire city, if not the entire civilization. Imagine a society without modern communication tools, yet achieving a level of standardization that many industries struggle with today. But the most revolutionary feature of the lower town is hidden beneath the streets. I'm talking about the city's comprehensive sanitation and drainage system. Nearly every house had its own bathroom and a connection to a larger, covered sewer line that ran beneath the main streets. These weren't just open ditches, they were covered, brick-lined channels. Chutes were even built into the walls of some houses so that household waste could be sent directly down into a collection bin on the street. Manholes, complete with brick covers, were placed at regular intervals along the sewer lines, allowing city workers to access them for cleaning and maintenance. Let that sink in! A city 4,500 years ago had a public works department responsible for sanitation. This system would have been crucial for public health, preventing the spread of disease and making Mohenjo-Daro a far more pleasant and hygienic place to live than, say, medieval London thousands of years later. It shows an incredible understanding of the link between cleanliness and health. The houses themselves tell a story of comfort and privacy. Most were built around a central courtyard, which provided light and air to the inner rooms while maintaining privacy from the public street. Windows didn't typically face the main streets. Instead, they opened onto these internal courtyards. Many houses were 2 stories high, with staircases leading to the upper floors or a flat roof, which could have been used for sleeping or other domestic activities during hot weather. It's a design that's both practical and socially aware, creating a sanctuary for the family within the bustling city. Even the water supply was brilliantly conceived. While the citadel had the Great Bath, the rest of the city was dotted with over 700 private and public wells. They were expertly constructed with wedge-shaped bricks to create a perfectly circular and strong structure that would uncollapse. This distribution ensured that every resident had easy access to clean drinking water, another critical factor for supporting a dense urban population. So what does all this tell us? Mohenjo-Daro wasn't just a collection of buildings. It was a complex, integrated system. The engineers and architects of the Indus Valley had a holistic vision. They considered wind direction, flood protection, public health, food security, water access, and even traffic flow. They used standardized materials and sophisticated techniques to build a city that was efficient, healthy, and resilient. The biggest mystery, of course, is that we can't read their script. All this incredible planning, this societal organization, was achieved by a people whose thoughts and records remain a closed book to us. We see the result of their genius, but the minds behind it remain silent. How were these plans communicated? Who were the master architects? Was it a king, a council of elders, or a priestly class that orchestrated this grand design? These are questions that continue to puzzle archaeologists. The decline of Mohenjo-Daro and the entire Indus Valley Civilization around 1900 BCE is another profound mystery. Was it climate change that altered the course of the Indus River? An invasion? A collapse of trade? We don't have a definitive answer. But what they left behind is a powerful legacy. Mohenjo-Daro challenges our assumptions about the ancient world. It proves that concepts like urban planning, public sanitation, and standardization are not modern inventions. It's a silent testament to a civilization that, for a time, engineered a near-perfect city, creating a model of urban living that wouldn't be seen again for thousands of years. It is a humbling reminder of the incredible ingenuity and potential that has always been a part of the human story. What do you think's the most impressive feature of Mohenjo-Daro? The sewers? The grid plan? Or something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It is fascinating to think about what else we might learn as we continue to study these incredible ruins. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more mysteries of ancient engineering, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure! Until next time, stay curious.